penguins. By the way, they should rename Antarctica Penguin Land. Penguins everywhere. Even on isolated ice floes. They swam there and then they swim back. There's bajillion of them because they have no land predators. That makes them cuter because they'll waddle up to you because they don't think you're going to harm them, and you're not, as a branch of evolution. What would nimble penguins look like? I haven't seen.
What all that nonsense was? Me trying to get coffee and creamer at the last second. Anyway, I did not expect to be sharing a screen with this guy. That's for sure. We all knew about him 9 years ago. And about 6 years ago, it really heated up. Everybody should know about him. I didn't expect to be talking about him for at least 20 years. Anyway, let's get the show going. Hello, Nightwolf. Vestige of Peace. Hey, Penguin Control, Tom.
Nightmares, they are out there sucking up life, devourers of souls.
There's Guadalupe, Polo, and Mole.
To bear evil images from lore, revealing their ghastly roles. What are these beastly things of fright?
Hey there, Ed, how are you doing?
You met last night, legends of tales, each one holds a grain of truth. Hidden beasts within us waiting to break loose. But listen closely, for this is not the beast I see. Not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark relief. Twisting truths, bending laws, the flaws they keep. Joy in chaos, delight in pain. Their hearts tainted, their minds unchained. They dance on the edge where shadows meet light. Their existence a paradox, both wrong and right. They wear masks of civility and harbor dark desires, feeding on discord, stoking the fires. Their laughter echoes in the corridors of power, a symphony of malevolence, growing louder by the hour. Listen closely, for this is not the beast I seek. Not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release. Twisting truth, bending laws, the flaws they keep. What masks of civility and harbor dark desires, feeding on discord.
They hate my music, that's funny. I write every word of it.
Listen closely, for this is not the beast I seek. Not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release. Twisting truths, bending laws, their flaws they keep. The bustling streets where sirens wail and taxis race. A lost penguin roams, its flippers out of place. Amongst skyscrapers and billboards, it seeks a hidden truth. For it knows the darkest spots within the absolute. What are these enigmatic souls of the night? Could be your barista or the artist by the street light. The legends whisper tales of their disguise. Hidden villains among us, you can find them by their lies. Listen closely, for this is not the foe I seek. Not the mundane wrongdoers who blend in so sleek. No, it's the ones who thrive on secrets and deceit. Bending rules, distorting facts, their motives incomplete. The penguin feathers ruffled by nonsense, tracking footprints of malevolence beneath the city trees. It waddles past coffee shops where laptops come and brew. Their existence a paradox, both lost and true. They say their every word is true, hidden fires, a simple hate for you. Feeding on chaos, stoking ambition's desires, a symphony of malevolence masked by tailored truth. But listen closely, for this is not the foe I seek. Not the ordinary schemers who play hide and seek. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release, twisting narratives, bending laws, the flaws they cease. So let's hate dwellers of the shadows of grace, for they walk among us, leaving traces of disgrace. Their hunger insatiable, their motives unclear. In this concrete jungle, who will emerge is still here.
Hello, my name is Zurzu Zyklin, and welcome to my channel. How's everybody doing today? So, I only titled today's video with part of the title that I've pretty much been taught for most of my life. And it's not exactly accurate either. It's you are the sum of your friends and your friends' friends. Now, that's not the quote. The quote is, I believe, you are the sum of five of the people closest to you. I think that quote still is a little bit bad, but that's as close as I can get right now. Now, when I mention that, there's a certain individual that I guess recently has, because I mentioned a name that was on panel, has decided to crybaby about it. We already mentioned, this guy.
Like, tell me, like, here's a doll. Point on the doll where people have hurt you. And if you don't like it, guess what you can do? You can hit that little itsy bitsy thing on your fucking computer. If you read it, it says power. When you hit it, this motherfucker disappears.
That would be some good advice for a lot of people. Anyway, so why am I talking about this guy? Well, you might wonder how he's connected to this guy. Well, of course, those two are connected. We know that this guy, Earl David Warden, basically trained this guy. And this guy is backed by this guy. Yep. Are we following the premise here? Now, this guy also supports this guy, Earl David Warden. This was Justin Pullum, and this was News Now Patrick. Now, News Now Patrick, let's see. He's kind of famous for this footage.
Get away from me.
Stop.
From me.
On two.
Get away from me. Oh, what?
Bitch.
Don't fucking put. Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh, fuck,
This is News Now Patrick. Now tell me, does anybody that supports this person have any moral ground to stand on? Or anybody that supports this person, do they have any moral ground to stand on? No. Of course, Justin Pullum supports him, but there's this guy. I guess I saw him on one of Shiz's streams. It's a Beaner, and I guess he also goes as AC. I've heard him say that he's air conditioner, and I guess he also goes by authority check. Well, apparently he was trained and taught how to do auditing by this guy. I'll be proving that today. Anyway, let's first look into who this guy is. This guy is Earl David Warden. He kind of had a fetish for, trying to pretend to be a police car or police officer. He would dress up his car with lights, and he would pull women over. He had a fetish for guns, and apparently a few women said he liked to put those guns places that they didn't belong. This guy is disgusting. But his problem started, I would say, back in 1996. Let's see if I can share the screen over here. Share screen. Great, I can get the document just by itself. Good. Now let me move it over here to where I can read it. Or try to, that is. Anyway, so this was, let's see, I believe 1996. This is a document asking for certain pieces of factual evidence to be removed from the jury as to not sway against the defendant. To the Honorable Judge of said court. Now comes the defendant in the above captioned stylized cause by and through his attorney of record, M. Gabriel, I guess that's Nahas, Jr., respectfully moves his Honorable Court of Order Assistant District Attorney and May and all other civilians, or any and all other civilians, non-civilians, witnesses not mentioned, allude to or referred to directly or indirectly, way of question, answer, statement, objections, sidebar mark, or in any other matter during all stages of the trial that any of the following facts exist. The defendant stands charged in indictment with a felony of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle in cause 441210, presently pending in court. That the motor vehicle the defendant was driving when he was arrested on or about August 21st, 1985, is alleged to have been stolen from Charlie Thomas Ford. That defendant was a suspect in the aggravated and kidnapping of Sharon Key. I don't know how to say that name, so I'll just won't butcher it. Alleged to have occurred about August 21st, 85. Anyway, so it goes on, which case was dismissed upon motion of the state August 22nd, 1985 as a result of a negative lineup identification. When the defendant was arrested on or about August 21st, 1985, his brother Dwayne Warden drove up to the scene driving a motor vehicle alleged to have been stolen. That motor vehicle in which the alleged aggravated assault occurred is the same or similar to a motor vehicle allegedly stolen from Charlie Thomas Ford. The defendant was a suspect in another assault case in the Houston and Palisades area. So basically, this is asking them to remove those facts from the case, and they did. Now, it didn't help much because my next screen here is his registry. Let's see if I have to share this screen now, I think. Let's make this full. Shoot. I'll move it over here. And come back over here, and for now we will share screen. Stop the share screen. Share screen over to this one here. And we'll pop that up. Oops. Well, I guess I got to get rid of this screen first. There we go. That's, what was it, 1986? So immediately later, he got convicted. So this is well-known information as far as that goes. Now, again, he came up on charges, I guess it was, let's share this screen instead. Stop sharing. I believe this case came up in 2019, which he had, he abused his child from 14 to 17 years of age, and he was eventually busted and convicted of this. Now, this document, I'll be sharing these in Discord. This document very, very clearly describes what happened, when it happened, where it happened. And it seemed like as soon as he got home, or as soon as she got put in the trailer with him, that was when it all started to occur. So the moment he had access, pretty much, which is disgusting. I can also get rid of that video for now. Now, Earl David Warden, he liked to drive around in this little Mustang, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I find it kind of amusing. But he used to like to drive around in this little Mustang like he had some big bucks. And I have 6 files I'll be dropping into the Discord. Hopefully I can drop them into the Discord just like that. And those are all the information that I have on Earl David Warden, including his 20-year conviction. And what's weird about that is I'll be showing today a connection to this man. A very clear connection to this man. But before we get there, this was Earl David Warden's, let's see, share screen. Let's share the entire screen. Where are we? So this was Earl David Warden's very last breaths of freedom, or just after his very last breaths of freedom for 20 years. Yeah. And this was, let's see, this was a little Mustang. Oh, wait, wrong image. There, that one's it. This is a little Mustang he used to drive around like he was big hot snot. And this is a little trailer that he used to live in. And the sad thing is out of all that bragging he did, this is all his worldly possessions: a Mustang, a trailer, a water trailer, a little shed, a stinking boat, and another shed. He couldn't even get a whole fence. Well, it doesn't matter because he's 20 years in prison. Now, how do I have a connection? I mean, there can't possibly be a connection to somebody that's on screen with shiz and this disgusting person, can there? Can there be anybody that would be on screen with shiz and supported a person who is convicted of raping a woman and SA of a child? His own for multiple years between the ages of 14 and 17. Would this person possibly be shown somewhere supporting this person? Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, when you say to somebody, that you got their attention. Well, maybe they already had their attention on you.
It's gonna be a little noisy.
Oh yeah, start the video right when the train comes
here.
by.
Nothing I can do about it. We got a train right
Testing Doppler. That's what this whole video is going to be for most of it.
here going by. Have to wait.
Now this guy is spending 20 years in prison, and you'll never guess who has his little water vest that he used to sell these water vests. They have ice packs in them so that you can stay warmer. And guess who's wearing it?
He gets gone.
Now, one thing, if you're going to put yourself out as being, you know, like a advocate for victims, you would not be on panel with a guy that was hanging around a guy that was a known convicted rapist. You would not find yourself hanging out with on panel with a guy that was known to be hanging around and taught. He was taught. This is his frauditor daddy. He was taught how to audit by Earl David Warden.
Gonna have to bear with me for a minute.
Yeah, because you're a dummy. You couldn't wait till the train stopped before starting your video. Just kind of hang out somewhere off scene until the train stops.
Dang, that thing loud.
How many times
this
have we
train's not
seen
too-
this? How many times have we seen this? Now, this was years ago. This was about, I guess, 4 years ago, which was well past him being indicted for child abuse. And you're seen hanging out with him doing a fraud.
Long, because it is noisy.
Now remember, guys, this guy is convicted of 20 years because he couldn't keep his hands off his child. Brilliant, starting with the train stopping. Brightest bulb ever. Hey, look, there's PayPal Patty. There's PayPal Patty with the stupid shirt. You know what's funny about that shirt? I remember this. It was about 4 years ago, I think. It was in my back files, but I remember this. He had that shirt on for like almost a month. That same shirt with the square thing in the back that had a triangle looking thing that made a little X in the back with his camera mount. Right? Hey, there he is. Hey, there he is again. Huh. Doesn't that guy kind of look like maybe the guy that's on screen with Shiz a bunch? What's it? He calls himself Beaner. I'm not sure. I saw him on screen one time and mentioned his name. And apparently he's authority check AC. Air conditioner, I've heard him say.
Guys, I can't see your comments, so you just have to bear with me. I'm out here with Authority Check and Patty Cakes. They were gonna come do an audit, and I thought I'd just come along real quick. Not like I was doing anything else. Trying to get Authority Check some subscribers. Come on, guys.
Hey, dude. What are you out there touting? Trying? You were talking to a guy just the other night. I think about what, drinking or something like that. And dude, if you're supporting this guy, I believe abuse of a child in this manner is worse than murder. I believe that it should be punished worse than that. And I believe that you acting like you have some sort of moral ground whatsoever after supporting this man after his conviction is disgusting.
Guys, you get a minute? Hey, Lan Lee, I see you in here. I need to give you a call here in just a little bit. I'm in the middle of something, but I'm going to give you a call. I want to tell you about some stuff. But in the meantime, would you please post a link to Authority Check's channel? See if we can get him some more subscribers.
Oh, he's learning the ropes, huh?
Man, his train is noisy.
This was his frauditor daddy. What is he doing up there acting like he's got some sort of morals? And by this time, I will tell you, he was definitely being called out by every channel out there that had any knowledge about frauditors as being a baby diddler.
Look at all that smoke. That's just vapor. That's what they say anyway.
No, this guy spent years arguing about the Shell oil, and it was mostly because they had him kicked off their entire property nationwide.
Wonder what's in that vapor. Hey, he's not talking. Patrick's not talking. It's just me. He's just here. Yeah, we were going to come and do this anyway.
You know, when all the frauditors out there say that these posts here are the property line, so with common frauditor knowledge of the time, both Patrick and AC are beyond that property line. Of course, once called out in the chat, he denies it immediately.
And he won't tag along. Yeah, what the heck? Go ahead. Hey, Vitas, guten Abend.
I mean,
Well, Charles, if I told you where I was,
we've all seen
then the
this
trolls would be calling and telling them, you know, the
101,000
police that we're
times.
here. Can't have that.
Yeah, all up on the fence like that. He's on their rocks. I would argue he's most certainly on their property.
But I'm out here with authority.
I mean, though, I don't really care that much. I mean, if you want to wander by and whatnot, but and I don't really see where they're causing too much harm right now. But this guy is a horrible individual. He should. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. His crime should be equal to that of murder, multiple murder. Because, okay, think about it. He leaves the child alive to suffer the pain of him killing that child's hope of ever existing normally.
Check.
This is your buddy AC. This is your pal. He's a funny guy. Listen to his bad jokes. His horrible. How do you say that somebody with no arms and no legs isn't a whole person? Or somebody with brain damage isn't a whole person? Of course they're. I mean, geez, that's horrible.
And they want to come.
And you call yourself some sort of supporter of victims.
Visit with some refineries, and I told them that I knew where there was a perfect one at. I have actually been detained at this refinery before.
Yeah, we know. And you were told that you can never go on the refinery property anywhere in the country, any shell property for, I can't remember how long. It was like half a decade or something like that. And you're not supposed to be on that property today, as a matter of fact. Hello, Dr. Nimrod. How are you doing?
And you guys will get the name when we get up here in a minute, but I've been detained here by a supervisor for public photography. So thought we'd pop by here and see if that happens again. I hope not, but you never know.
Oh, yes, our wonderful speaker and instructor of AC, learning the ropes of auditing, is Earl David Warden. 20-year convicted felon. Multiple convicted felon. Heck, he was even convicted for carrying a firearm as a felon once. This is who taught.
We'll get up here on the right.
rope.
Like I said, about 50 yards is the main gate, and it's a manned main gate. So it's not often. Like I said, I'm just here observing. These guys are going to do the audit themselves. I'm just back up. So I.
Like I said, I believe this was 4 years ago, right around the time AC channel started.
Go live and let you guys see just how we roll out here. It's not often that I can do a live audit, so this is different. Of course, it's not often that I get.
I mean, when it comes down to assault of a minor in that manner, I don't think time really matters. It's horrible that person was ever associated with them, especially after they were being indicted and were going through a legal battle, which they publicly displayed on their channel for at least 8 years. I don't think hanging out with that person is a good idea at all. I believe so. He had also discussed it on his channel for multiple years prior to this. Multiple years. It was well known that he was being pursued for this case that he was busted for in 2019.
Drowned out by a freaking train like this either. Their property line is the fence line. So that is their actual property line is the fence line. So he's okay where he's at, but I mean, me personally, now, you know, all you new auditors out there, me personally, I would not be right up on the fence. I would actually stay on this side of the ditch, and that would be as close as I would get.
Oh yeah, there's lots of footage out there of AC and PayPal Patty and what's the other guy, Pullum, Justin Pulliam, all kind of hanging out together. It's not like one little video. But the fact that this guy's known about, he was known about. People have been talking about him for many years. He talked about himself on his channel for many years. Shoot, I can show you his channel where he talked about his legal pursuit. Here, let's have a look at that. Hey, we get to look at ourselves. How's that? Maybe not. We'll look at it this way. Share this screen. I don't need audio. There we go. We can jump that big like that. And click on News Now Houston. His videos several years back. Let's see. It was at least 6 years ago here. But he had been talking about this case for at least most of a decade. Oh, that's funny. I'm not even showing. That's great. Yeah, but he had been showing for most of a decade about this court case. Let's see, where was I? I was showing it. It was a criminal case. Yeah, 6 years ago. It's way further back than that. But anyway, you can track it all the way back to 2016 or 19, his conviction, which I showed earlier. But I'm still curious, how does time heal? How does time heal? Hanging out with SA of a minor. How does time heal that?
As you can see,
How does time heal it? How does time heal? How does time heal what happened to the minor? And how does time heal hanging out with that person with knowledge for years? And how does hanging out with that person now with that knowledge? How does time heal that? It doesn't.
it's nice and muddy out here.
And by the way, hello, far left moves.
We just had like 10 or 12 straight days of rain. That's going to get loud again as I get up here to this plant.
That's why I don't understand the
Plant
argument
noise.
of time. It makes no sense. It's like grabbing at straws. Oh, what about how long it was, huh? How long ago was
I'm
it,
actually going to
huh?
cross over here so that I'm on the
It never
opposite
goes
side.
away.
I can get
It
better
never goes away. That harm never goes away.
better video.
Never, ever, ever goes away.
Got to put me closer to the train, of course.
The support of that person, especially how long it was known, should never, ever
You
be,
see this plant
be
is,
forgotten.
this is not the biggest plant in the area, but it's a pretty good size one. And I'm actually shielding the mic so you guys will be able to half-ass hear me.
Everybody on the internet has known about this man's criminal history. Every single person on the internet. SC talked about this person. Every single person on the internet knew about this man's history. I bet you I can find skeptic talking about this man. Everybody knew. Thank you for gaslighting. Have a good day.
That gives you any indication of the noise level. Uh-oh, train stopping.
Yeah, that's when you know there's a grift, is when they come in trying to gaslight everything. You're protecting a guy who supported a sexual predator. You're disgusting. Each and every one of you, you're pointing out exactly what I've said from day one. From day one. Look at how long ago it was. He's okay. Look how long ago. He's still in prison for it right now.
I'm guessing
For those children, it will never go away. Never, ever go away.
these trucks are security, maybe? Coming up in parallel.
I didn't know you were the topic today. Sorry.
That little, I think it was a mini.
I believe the topic of today was a sexual predator. Are you one of those? And people who support that? Are you one of those? Because I read through the documents. You can go back and watch. Are you one of those? Do you support that behavior? Is that what you're going to come up and tell me that I'm wrong on saying that this man is a horrible person and should have never been supported from the time the info came out, which was many years ago? Is that what you're going to tell me, that this is a great guy? This is a wonderful dude, and that everybody should have hung around him then? Is that what you're going to tell me? I don't think so. And if you are, that doesn't make any sense anyway. So wouldn't it be much fun, would it?
Definitely attracting some attention.
I agree with you. And should have never, especially 4 years ago when the info was out, was very, very well known, should have never been supported. Ever.
So for those of you that didn't see my upside down video this morning, I was giving an update on the jaywalking ticket arrest in LaPorte. We all pled not guilty and we all asked for a trial. The case is going to be handled by one of my criminal defense attorneys, Colby Du Bois, out of Houston, Texas. If you guys are in the Houston area and you need a good criminal defense attorney, Colby Du Bois is highly recommended. And
No, maybe it's just maybe I'm just picking on just one video. It could just be one single video. Maybe there wasn't like a long stretch of interactions between this man, this man, this man, and I got rid of the other image, but the child pedo and convicted rapist. Now, it's not just any video. It's another video. It's another video where he's taking instruction from the frauditor daddy that's teaching him the ropes. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe supporting baby grapers and maybe supporting grapers is the in touch thing to do. I guess that's what you're suggesting. You're also suggesting that everybody around Shiz is just as dirty as I said they are.
That's going to be good B-roll.
no, what they just did that so that they could get out of the station and go patrol.
Yeah.
Yep. See, listen how he's coaching everybody there. And why is that? Because at the time, he was the big guy. He was the chili. He was the chili of auditors. Earl David Warden.
Listen, you'll hear the sirens shut down.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
You hear it? Hear the sirens all shut down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See what they did? They just cleared out the police station.
Yep. Many of the Yes Man song.
So what they just did was they faked an emergency call to get the vehicles, to get the officers out to patrol.
You think that's what they did?
Yep, you didn't. They shut the sirens and lights down as soon as they turned the corner.
Oh my God.
That sounds about right.
No.
Hello,
How's it
Bandit.
going, bud?
Bandit.
Leo, my channel's a 30 check. I'm out of Corpus.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I know you. You work for Sheriff's Department CID division.
Wow, you totally don't make lines that line up together, do you? Chili isn't a convicted PDF. And an arsehole, but not a PDF. Do you see anywhere in that where I said Chili was a PDF? No, you ding dong. You ding dong. You're as stupid as a flat earther. I kid you not. You are dumber than a flat earther. I have never heard a flat earther say anything so freaking stupid in my life. I did not say that at all. I said at the time he was the chili of auditors, you fucking retard. You guys aren't bothered with words, so calling you a fucking retard is perfectly fine, you fucking retard.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You went by a minute ago and I told him, I said, yeah, that guy's name's Mark Johnson. He's with the Sheriff's Department.
Jesus, that was
Really?
stupid.
I said, no.
I can't believe it. I have never even heard
Yeah, that's
flat
what they did.
earthers be that
Get
dumb.
those officers out of the station so they could go and patrol and answer calls.
I'm not a COVID freak.
I mean, I'm sorry. That is kind of the idea, is a slap around stupidity like yours, and you just keep doing it over and over. And dupa, 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 dupa.
I hate to tell you, but like I had heat, hot water, showers.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta use them.
Because the hurricanes, I tend to keep stuff stocked up, so I did pretty good.
We do too.
Here he is, still taking instruction. Everybody is just listening to the master.
The night that we went 30 hours, no heat.
Actually, I was slapping myself. That's what you call a face palm. Have you ever heard of a face palm, ding dong? God, every time you speak, it's like stupidity rolls out. You've never heard of a face palm.
Until the next day when the plumbing started thawing.
Yeah, and then all the leaks come out.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys put
No, I've never heard of a face palm.
You're from San Antonio.
I'm from Chicago.
Okay, so you know what cold is and winter is.
Yeah.
Dude, I got 2 inches of snow down there where I'm at. I've never seen that myself.
Yeah,
My dog, I got a little Shih Tzu.
No, I said you're a retard. I was slapping myself in the face and saying that every time you speak, Jesus, you're stupid.
That was my guy. He said there was no priority 1 call.
I told you.
Of course not.
There's no priority 1 call. They just come running out of here, running.
It's like a clown show. It's like a live clown show. I need to get popcorn.
Yeah, putting lives at risk.
Popcorn and coffee.
That's what they do. There's your heroes. See, that's what I'm talking about. And it's all because they hate accountability. They hate all they have to do is the right thing.
Let him go.
Yeah, all they got to do is they've seen the video. The chief has seen the video, so he knows it's all right.
She's a clown.
But you see, now that they filed,
She has officially marked herself as dumber than flat Earth.
the only person that can drop
Dumber than flat Earth. I thought I would never find anything in my life that was dumber than flat Earth. And that was pretty much my planned video for today. Why? Why exactly is this man who is associated with that pervo, who was clearly demonstrated, taught by that pervo the ropes? He's also associated with this guy, which apparently he has a video on his channel that he's saying that this guy was, he's calling him out, and he's saying there's something about, I don't know, maybe there was some blackmail video footage or blackmail audio or some sort of blackmail going on. And if you're close enough to him to have blackmail, well, and this guy, which this guy and this guy were regularly seen together. And what did he do? He abused his old lady. As always, you guys are awesome. Remember, you don't have to be wise. Just don't prop yourself up as being emotionally attached or emotionally bothered by victims when you support these guys and you support anyone that supported these guys, and you're actually in here arguing as I'm making an argument against somebody who abused a young lady, who also abused another woman. This is the type of people you are supporting. You're disgusting.
They are out there sucking up life, devourers of souls. Not mere myths, but a chilling truth to bear. Evil images from lore, revealing their ghastly roles. What are these beastly things of fright? Could be a friend or the stranger you met last night. Legends of tales, each one holds a grain of truth. Hidden beasts within us waiting to break loose. But listen closely, for this is not the beast I see. Not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark relief. Twisting truths, bending laws, the flaws they can. They find joy in chaos, delight in pain. Their hearts tainted, their minds unchained. They dance on the edge where shadows meet light. Their existence a paradox, both wrong and right. They wear masks of civility and harbor dark desires, feeding on discord, stoking the fires. They left their echoes in the corridors of power, a symphony of malevolence, growing louder by the hour. Listen closely, for this is not the beast I seek. Not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release. Twisting truth, bending laws, that's all they can. Wearing masks of civility and harbor dark desires, feeding on discord, stoking the fires. Their echoes in the corridors of power, a symphony of malevolence, growing louder by the hour. But listen closely, for this is not the beast I seek. Not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release. Twisting truth, bending laws, the flaws they came. The bustling streets where sirens wail and taxis race. A lost penguin roams, its flippers out of place. Among skyscrapers and billboards, it seeks a hidden truth. For it knows the darkness lies within the office loop. What are these enigmatic souls of the night? Could be your barista or the artist by the street light. Urban legends whisper tales of their disguise. Hidden villains among us, you can find them by their lies. Listen closely, for this is not the foe I seek. Not the mundane wrongdoers who blend in so sleek. No, it's the ones who thrive on secrets and deceit. Bending rules, distorting facts, their motives incomplete. The penguin feathers ruffled by nonsense, tracking footprints of malevolence beneath the city trees. It waddles past coffee shops where laptops come and brew. Their existence a paradox, both lost and true. They say their every word is true, yet harbor hidden fires, a simple hate for you. Feeding on chaos, stoking ambition's desires, a symphony of malevolence masked by tailored truth. But listen closely, for this is not the foe I seek. Not the ordinary schemers who play hide and seek. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release. Twisting narratives, bending laws, the flaws they cease. Somewhere say dwellers of the shadows embrace. For they walk among us, leaving traces of disgrace. Their hunger is
Super shot.
Wait, did he really skip the part where I showed my butt?
Like, tell me, like, here's a doll. Point on the doll where people have hurt you. And if you don't like it, guess what you can do? You can hit that little itsy bitsy thing on your fucking computer. If you read it, it says power. When you hit it, this motherfucker disappears.